Talk about indigenous people in Australia.
They are native people in Australia, and they have a great history of British colonization. And what was that? And sometimes they call it Aborigine, but it's a problem because identifying them as a minority can hurt them pride to themselves. So
And people are free to decide for themselves, and we don't want to hurt their identity. So this time we would like to call them indigenous people, not Aboriginal.
look at this graph. This is population level of Australia. Aborigine now, indigenous people were only 3% of the whole population of Australia.
This is a graph of about change of the indigenous people's population. And before they were colonized by British, there were many indigenous people in Australia. But after they were colonized by British, the population decreased about 87% in 1900 because colonization assimilation policy. Population have been recovered somehow in 1990s, and now there are more than 540,000 indigenous people counted in the 2011 in census. Furthermore, experts estimate that population of indigenous people will be more than 700,000 in 2021.
This shows a decreased number of indigenous language. Before British invasion, about 250 languages were spoken in Australia, and now only 145 and 110 of them are critically endangered, and only 35% are spoken.
Then we have a question about this. Why population grows dramatically while languages are decreasing?
And what society did for indigenous people in Australia?
And there is some important events we chose. The first one is about civil rights, and on 1967 they were accepted as a member of Australia by national referendum, and they got civil rights.
And in the year 2000, the indigenous culture style were chosen and picked up in Sydney Olympic opening ceremony like this. And one indigenous woman as chosen as a final frame bearer in Sydney Olympics, and she won the gold medal in the Olympic, and her father is indigenous man and her mother was white woman. I think the promoter wanted to show that Australia is kind of a multicultural country, and they wanted to show us they had a good harmony of culture in Australia.
And another example is about apologizing for indigenous people. He is Kevin Rudd, who was a Prime Minister of Australia, and he made a formal apology for indigenous people, and he said sorry for 3 times and for being cruel treatment to them.
Conclusion: Australia did a lot to save their human rights and population. but they should pay more attention to their language.
Thank you for listening.